Definitely my essay and my next year declaration going to be low. So I have to request for scholarship and it will stay free, and I think the government will be paying me like 2,000, 3,000 a year.
What's up, my journeys? I greet tonight. So, boy, Italian Davido. At this very moment, I'm with this my big bros. Give one or two things now when you want to tell us. So, be you, baddest.
I don't do around for like 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
So, what do you do for work?
Yeah, I'll be student.
Student?
Yeah.
Okay.
But normally I see they do sometimes small work, to just to keep the vibe. I did do waiter before.
Waiter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I done the work as waiter now for like 4 years. But still I did go school.
Okay.
You understand? So,
okay, you were doing both of them?
Yeah, I was doing both of them. So I was going to school and I was working as a cabinet, as a waiter. So just so, to balance the situation. So, but I decided to continue school. So I was going to superior. It's just like those chef school and waitering school.
Okay.
So that's where I took my diploma. You understand? So I went into that field and I saw that it was not really, suitable because you have to dedicate like your time. And the time you have to put on it was really hard because I was, having a girlfriend that time. So my girlfriend then was not really happy about the situation because they need more attention. You understand? So I was really having a little bit of problem that time. So I decided to step out. Then I have to look at something that will give me more time to stay with families and also because I was having my adopted family as well. So my mom told me that my sons, look, you have to go back to school, then you have to decide what you want to do. I went back to secondary school. We studied science there. Okay. Not when I was going to secondary school, I was studying cook, chef, and those kind of stuff. Then now I study science and I have to learn the basic, you understand, so that I have to prepare for my exam. So finally last year, I prepared for my exam, then I gave the exam, which at Roma, one of the biggest university in the whole Europe. So
it's called what?
La Sapienza.
La Sapienza.
Yeah, yeah. So I applied for Infermiere, which is Noxing. Yeah. So it's a nice new experience for me. So I came to Rome now because I have to declare some certificates. So to further my education because they have to ask for scholarship and free stay and those kind of stuff. So it's really nice, a nice idea, and it's overwhelming as well because it's a new field and it's a new place, and so I have to adapt to the situation how it's going so far. So
you started your Noxing journey in our career since last year or this year?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago because I finished my secondary school 2 years ago. I decided to try, but I saw it was really hard because I was not having that idea of how it works because I have to write exam.
Like how much do you pay for your school fees?
Depends on your editor. You understand? You're earning every year because you're normally here in Europe we declare. So I declared. That was last year. So the money I supposed to pay was 200 euros. Not that much.
Okay, 200
because
euros.
School year is not easy, but it's not that costly, just like Africa. It's affordable. Like, let me use that word.
You paid 200?
I paid 200. That 200 was
every year or?
No, for that year because my editor that year was not high.
Okay.
Depends when you have your editor is high, you have to pay a lot of money. But when your editor is low, you pay. Depends on how your editor is.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much you declared?
I declared 11,000.
Okay.
So I paid 200 euros. Yeah, annually. Yeah. So now I'm trying to do my essay from Nigeria of my family. When I declared that one, saying that I don't have any funds for my family is not taking care of me, so I'm alone, and so definitely my essay and my next year declaration going to be low. So I have to request for scholarship and it will stay free, and I think the government will be paying me like 2,000, 3,000 a year.
Okay.
Yeah, every year. So those are the pocket fees. So I have to buy anything when I want, but you have to study. Okay. Because they will tell you like you have to give like maybe you have 6 materials, like 6 courses to give every year, right? But you have to obligatory you have to give like 4. If you give like let me say 6. But if you give more than 6 down, like 5, they will have to cut it off. Like you are not ready to study. So they have to give that opportunity they give to you. They will give it to another person else. Okay. So you have to lose. You will lose your house. So you lose your free mensa.
The pocket money and all of that.
And everything. So è una cosa che è molto impegnativo. quindi ci devi dare molto attenzione.
So that I wanted to.
I'm sorry, viewers.
Okay,
Sometimes
let's
it just
go.
comes up.
Yeah.
So it's something you have to keep your 100% attention.
Okay.
Because now I have to start working. Because the government, they don't give you that money because you don't work.
Okay.
So you have to study. But if
Okay.
you are working, then definitely you can't give exams. So you're going to fail. So you're going to take that money back.
So, but currently, are you still working?
No, for now, I was doing three jobs.
Okay.
You understand? So for me to prepare for this process, because I knew it's not going to be easy. So I prepared. That was 2 to 3 years ago. So I started keeping money aside. You understand? Saving money. Because when I come here, I know you're going to be the renting of houses and everything. It's not easy. And we are blacks. You understand? Before you can enter a house, you have to pay like 3 months ahead. So I knew all this stuff before. So I kept those money. And now I think I gave my demission with my boss. I told him I'm going to university. From now, I'm off. Maybe from summertime when I finish my course, I come back home so I can make myself available and disponible, so I can do some jobs to have.
So how long is it going to take you to study the nursing?
How the nursing course is 3 years.
3 years.
Yes, un corso triennale.
Okay.
So for the meantime, maybe for the first year, it's like you learn the basic, like the normal stuff, you know, the basic exactly. When you enter the second year, 200 level, then you start doing tirocinio.
Okay.
So with me, you're going to be working with the doctors in the hospitals.
Currently now, you are the one paying for your bills and all
I'm
of
the
that.
one paying for my bills.
Until government will approve those
If
of your
they
requests.
of course.
Yeah, then they will start paying you you said how much?
Like depend on your editor and how much you want.
Okay, but the lowest should be like
2,000.
2,000. Okay,
Yeah.
as a pocket. No. As a pocket money, right?
Yeah.
Then also free hostels and
Free
all of that.
and free mensa.
Okay, sounds good.
Canteen.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like, what is the most struggle you go through, like you being a nursing student?
That's a nice question. Is the struggle is like you're gonna face a lot of stress, mental stress, and let me say depression. Okay, so because it's not easy. Because I remember when I was going to school, I don't speak Italiano. You understand? And it's you have to meet up with your colleagues, you know, with your friends, your classmates, and they were really good because these are medicine students. You understand? So I feel different from them.
Okay.
But when I got home, I don't go to parties. I don't go outside. You understand? But that's where your friends will say, we call you don't want to come.
Okay.
It's normal.
Okay.
I keep to it and I said, I have to do it. There's a time I cried on my books because it's really painful, man.
Okay.
I said this year I'm going to enter into the university because my friends, they told me you can't. It's not something easy. Medicine is not what easy. Because my friends told me no, you can't. I said okay. If you tell me that thing I can't do it, I will have to leave it because that's not the right way. But when you tell me I can't do it, that's when I'm going to show you
that
I
to
can't
prove
do
them
it.
wrong.
Yeah, man. Then I did. When I got my exam, when I did the exam here in Roman, so I was really afraid. You understand? Then when I got the results. And I said, yeah,
wow.
There's nothing bigger than God, man.
Absolutely.
Let me go back to your question. The parts which is really hard in this process of becoming a student here in Italy, because most of our brothers, they said, I don't come to Europe to study.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I'm 100% out of it. I don't like that word. When you said I don't come to Europe to study, it's something of you have to like. I know you don't come here to study. Nobody comes here to study. But there is something you used to look for money, right? But when you don't speak the language, you don't know how to interact with somebody. You can't make money.
Absolutely.
Definitely you can't. So the instrument for you to make money is learning the language. Then that's how going to be the tools. Let me say you something. Let me make a quick example. When you use a knife to cut something, the knife is not sharp. You're going to spend like 2 years there to cut that in.
Sure.
But when you take time to sharp that knife, it will take you once to cut it.
Absolutely.
So the difference between you and who doesn't go to school, that's how it looks like, right? It's hard. You have to take your time and sharp yourself because maybe a man came
to
here
navigate
definitely
very fast.
because you as a black man, you don't have the opportunity to enter in some office, right?
Absolutely.
But you know how to speak, you dress well and you speak good Italian. You enter the office, they're going to be like this, right?
Absolutely.
You as a black man, you clean the floor, but me as a black man, I study, right?
Okay.
I'm going to have a good post and pay good money and have the same respect as Italians. Italians are not racist, but the people that have racist because they don't understand the language. I'm sorry to say this. Not because I understand the language now. I said no. some of them are racist, you understand, but most of them are not. But when they see you are a person that want to study, you want to learn something, and
like you want to integrate and
definitely
do something good.
you have that enthusiasm to move on, and definitely they're going to come after you, and you're going to have the way to do it.
So tell me now, like, what gave you this impression now, like, to further into this career,
okay.
like to go into this career? What gave you that idea? Like,
okay, they said in Africa they used to say, in Nigeria precisely, show me your friend, and I'm going to tell you who you are, right? So I move with friends that know who they are, right?
Okay.
They have ambition. They want to do something different. They want to catch up something. When I saw my friend took driving license and he bought a car, I said, "Oh, I'm going to do something as well." I went to the driving school. I took my driving license. I have my car as well. So when you have that a friend that do competition with you, it's really nice.
Do you also study with the Italian language, or you study with the English language in the university?
Nice question. I study Italian language.
Okay.
Yeah, because here in Italy, we do study with Italian language. But there are English courses, you understand. But being struggling with Italian, of course, English is not going to be that perfect as before. You understand? Because your brain is going into a transformation process, which I think Italian is much easier for me now to study in university, because I already know how it goes like. So
Italian language is more easier for you than English?
I think I'm sorry to say such things, because English is nice to study with English, but I think Italiano, I have that different emotions, you understand, because with my classmate we study with Italiano, so I think it's more faster for me now to do, because when some of my teachers will speak English, I'm proud of being an English speaking person, so I have good interaction with them. But when we are doing exams, we're talking in Italiano, because all books are written in Italiano, so I think my brain is already adapted to that, and so I have to stick to it. But when I have to speak English, of course I do. I have to speak English.
Okay. So tell me now, like, after your studies, would you like to work in Italy, or you're going to live in other countries in Europe, or you are going out of Europe?
My professor told me something. He said, it would be better if you finish your studies here and you go out to work, maybe in Switzerland, or go to Germany or France, which is called Infermiere Senza Frontiere. Then you go out from the border and they're going to pay a lot of money. You understand? But I think working here as well in Italy is not that bad. You understand? It's really nice. But when you have the right people around you, you have the good partners at work.
So, would you like to work here after your studies?
Of course I will. I'm sorry if I don't go straight to the question. I would love to work here in Italy. Yeah.
Okay. So to round out this program now, like, what is that advice you have for someone like who is kind of like dreaming also to maybe to go in the same career with you, like to be a nursing student or in future? So what is that one advice you have for someone?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a piece of advice I'm going to give. You know, without study in Italy, in anywhere in the world, you are not going anywhere, because the world is fast changing. You understand? So now we have this technology called AI, right? So there's going to be a lot of problem when you don't have the capacity to run with this machine, because now it's everywhere technology and machine. So if you don't go to school, how are you going to meet up? You're going to be left behind in the society. So the society is fast growing. The only chance for you to fix in with them is for you to go to school. It's going to be hard. It's hard. It's just like a gallery. When you enter with car, right, it's very dark. But when you go more deeper, it become brighter and become brighter. That it looks like. There's nothing really hard for us not to do. You understand? It really takes time. Consistency is the key. When I found out, when you really study something every day, it's summer. Because let me give you something very fast. When you are in the morning, you want to brush your teeth, right? You brush with your right hand, right? And it's really easy. And you don't think about it. But when you try to use your left hand to brush, then you see the difference, right? It's gonna be somehow. It's the same thing when you study every time. It's easy.
Okay.
It's really easy, man.
Wow. This is so inspiring. Thank you, man. Same here. Like, it's nice talking with you. So
the pleasure is mine.
I feel blessed. Like, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being part of my journey, and thank you too for watching. So go out there and do the things you love. Go chase your dream. Don't chase people. Chase dreams. You know. Don't catch feelings.
Subscribe to the Davido channel. Yeah.